Hello, this is Pilates with Carissa. I'm gonna move my mat back a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit better. All right, so my name is Carissa. I'm gonna be leading you guys through a 15-minute Pilates class today. I have some 5-pound weights here. These are totally optional. You could use a different weight that feels more appropriate for you. If you don't have weights in your home, you could use some soup cans, some water bottles, some wine bottles, whatever you have. So let's get started. We're going to sit in the middle of the mat. I'm just gonna extend your legs out nice and long and straight. Try to sit up really tall. So you might have to scoop the flesh back from behind your sit bones to sit up really tall. Shoulders are just gonna shrug up, back and down a couple times. Just kind of relieving any tension or stress that you might be holding onto in your body. And then bring your hands so that the palms are just flat right along your hips. Push into the floor and really lift it up. Shoulders are out of the ears. Belly pulls in. Try to really sit right on top of the sit bones rather than leaning back. And we're just gonna point and flex our feet. And we can start to link this movement to the breath. So we'll inhale to point, exhale to flex. Inhale to point, exhale to flex. We're really lengthening out the ankles, so we're going into plantar flexion and then dorsiflexion. Let's do 2 more. Really pushing out forward, keep that lift in the chest, keep that nice alignment of the spine, chin parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Now, maybe we scoot those sit bones back if we're starting to lose it. You can always soften your knees or sit on a block if you need to for some little assist with the posture here as well. Let's take the arms up. Let's flex those feet. Let's lift the heart up. Take a nice full inhale. Really reach, reach, reach. And then on the exhale, you're gonna hinge. You're gonna round. You're gonna reach forehead to the knee. Grab your ankles, pull your shoulders back and down out of your ears. Breathe. Belly pulls back and down. Take another 2 breaths here. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, see if you can hinge a little bit more into this fold. 1 more. Exhale into that fold. Stack the spine, come up. Shoulders over the hips. Scoot forward. Heels in line with the sit bones. Arms forward, shoulders down, belly in. Exhale, tuck it under. Roll back, roll back, roll back, roll back. Super slow motion, you have got it. Once you're all the way flat on your mat, let's just make sure that my head is resting. I might need a longer mat. Okay, so once the back of the head is rested, you want to get length through the spine. So think crown of the head, tailbone, that's the line of energy. Shoulders and hips are lined up, knees, heels, and sit bones. Arms go down by your side, belly pulls in. We're just gonna stretch out our hips really quick. You're gonna take your left leg up, pull the knee all the way in, take the knee wide, circle it so the toes almost hit the earth, pull it in closer to that right knee and then pull it back in. And let's do 2 more in that direction. So wide, and then pull it in. We'll call that narrow. Wide, open, and then pull it in. Now let's reverse. We're gonna do 3 in the other direction. Kneecap points in, away, bring it out, bring it in. 2 more circles. In, away, out, in. Last circle. In, away, out, in, bring it back, and then slowly that left foot just goes down. Try to get the heel line of that sit bone, right? So now let's pull the right knee in. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go wide circles to the right. So we're gonna have the right leg, we're gonna start circling out to the right. Bend it in, open the hip, kneecap points right, bring it down, toes towards the earth, bring it in, crossing that left leg, and then pull it to the chest. Take it wide, bring it out, bring it in, pull it to the chest. Last one, wide, in and pull it in, and then bring that foot down to the earth. Alrighty, you guys. Let's bring the heels directly underneath the knees, or they might be just an inch or so further away. It's gonna kind of depend on the alignment of your body and what feels the best for you. Arms down, belly in. So we're gonna do a neutral spine or a flat back bridge. I really want you to start to feel that rib to hip connection. So you're trying to kind of almost close that gap by pulling the belly down and in. We try to keep the spine in the same long line. We'll take a nice full inhale. Exhale, root down. Feel those triceps activate. Press into the feet. And then lift from your glutes. Give them a little squeeze as you hinge from the hips up to the top. Take your sip of air. Make sure your knees are still in line with those sit bones. And then exhale to hinge and lower. Nice full inhale. Exhale, press and lift. Pause, take your sip of air at the tippy top. And then exhale to hinge and lower. 3 more. Belly in. Take a sip of air. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. So good. Just warming it up. 2 more. Squeeze and lift. Get those hips up. Try to create a nice diagonal from the shoulders to the knees. Hinge to lower. And then here's the last one. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Lift. Hold it at the top. And then hinge to lower. Knees into your chest. Circle out that sacrum. One direction. And then the other. Okie dokes. Heels down to the earth. So, next set of bridging. Again, we want the heels pretty much under those knees. We're going to do articulation. Shoulders down out of the ears, belly pulls in. You're going to tuck your tail under. Roll, that's fine. 1 vertebra at a time we lift. Diagonal, shoulders, hips, and knees. Belly pulls in and up. Now, we're going to roll it down on the next exhale, trying to get longer as if we're reaching the crown of the head away from the tailbone, right? Nice full inhale. Exhale. Roll it up. Inhale. Am I making a little more sense if I reverse that cue? So let's say rolling the tailbone away from the crown of the head, right? Because that's the part of the body that's actually being mobile. 2 more. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Tuck and roll. Inhale, pause. Keep those ribs low. Don't let them pop. And then let's slowly lower down. Last one. We're going to stay up there. Prepare yourself. Activate the back of the body. So this is our posterior chain, the back of the body. So important for posture. Let's make sure our hips are lifted and level. Take your left leg into a tabletop. Reach your left leg up to the sky. Your left leg is now straight. Now I'm going to point my toes and I'm going to inhale and lower the straight left leg, but not the hip, until my 2 knees are parallel and lined up. And then I'm going to exhale, flex the foot and lift it back to the sky. Point, inhale, lower, flex, exhale, lift. Now if you notice it's a straight left leg and I'm moving it from my hip. 2 more. Last one. No dip, no twist in those hips, you guys. Now bend the knee, land the foot. Notice what's going on here. If there's any asymmetries going on in that body, let's lift up, let's level out as best we can. Now, left foot is going to be our root. Push into that foot. Right leg to tabletop. Right leg straight to the sky. Toes point. Hips are lifted and level here. Try not to let that right hip drop. We inhale, pointed toes. Lower straight right leg from the hip. Line up the knees. Flex the foot. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Last 2. Last one. Bend the knee, land the foot. Hips should be lifted and level. Lift them up, level them out if they're not. And then slow, 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 slow. We roll that spine. Knees to chest. Circle it around. Okay. Nice work, you guys. Feet back down to the floor. So, we're going to take these weights. We're going to do a tiny bit of upper body. So I call these lazy arm exercises because we're going to stay supine on our back. You have options. You could keep your feet down. If you want a tiny bit more of a pelvic stability challenge, flip the legs to tabletop. That's also going to give you a tiny bit more core work. So your choice there. You're going to hold onto your weights, soup cans, bottles, whatever you got. Take your arms wide. You're hovering your arms. Your elbows are floating. Your belly pulls in. We're going to exhale, fingertips come together like a hug. So think of reformer work. Hi, Leo. And then you're going to inhale, open. Arms hover. Gentle bend in the shoulders. You're going shoulders, lats. Exhale. Hi, Leo. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And Inhale. So the elbows are basically locked in place, right? They just have a little gentle bend. We're doing our little hugs, or we'll call these chest flies, right? Inhale, open. We've got 4 more. We're moving. We're kind of squeezing underneath those arms as we bring the fingertips in. We're moving from those shoulders. Beautiful. Okay, take it down for a sec. We're gonna add on, we're gonna up level this exercise. You can stay right where you were with that first round, right? If that is preferable for you. Otherwise, reach the legs up, take those arms wide, and then lift your chest. Now we're gonna take the arms out a little wider because the goal here is we're gonna reach the fingertips to touch behind the legs. Exhale. Inhale, open, pull your belly down and in. Exhale, hugs. Look at your knees. 6 more, you got this. Keep the arms the same shape, move from the shoulders. Look at that belly button, or look at the knees, not that belly button, for 4. Chest stays lifted, but you're curling for 3. Whew, it's getting hard, for 2. And for 1. Arms out, bring the feet to the floor. Take your little rest. So good. Alrighty. So we're gonna put down 1 weight. And we're just gonna hold on to the other weight. Next piece to the puzzle. Reach your legs up and point those toes. So belly's gonna pull in and up. You can have a gentle bend in the knees. Hold on to just the 1 weight in both hands. Take the arms up, shoulders down and back. You could always do 2 lighter weights if you wanted to instead. That's totally fine. Nice full inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lift. Now what I'm gonna do is stay in the lift, looking up towards my ankles, and I'm gonna keep lifting from my core. So pulling the bottom rib to kiss the top hip. I lift up, 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 up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I lower it down. So good. Okay, second set, side to side, and then we're gonna repeat, okay? Reach the legs up, squeeze them together, point the toes, softness in the knees. Arms up, shoulders down. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift. Now we're gonna go side, center, side, center, side, center, side, center for 10. 9, keep the lift if you can. You can do this without your head off the mat for 8. 7, bend the knees if you need to, plant the feet. You've got this for 6. For 5. Look at that weight. For 4, twist from your core. For 3. Remember to breathe. Last 2, we're almost there, you guys. So strong, hips stay level. You're not twisting the lower body. Come down, take a breath. We got those tiny pulses next. You're gonna reach the legs up, soften the knees, lift, and then keep lifting from the core. Remember, we stay out of the neck. Anytime the neck starts to take over the exercises, rest that head. Arms go up, shoulders go down, belly pulls in. Exhale, lift. Now you're looking up at that weight, and we're reaching for those ankles. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, so good, you guys. Lower down, knees left, knees right. Back to center. We're gonna do those side to sides, right? 12 to each side. So let's set it up. Legs up. Squeeze them together, point the toes, hold the weight. Reach the arms up, shoulders out of the ears, belly in. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift. Twist, center. Twist, center. Twist, center. Don't twist the hips. Twist from the waist for 10. For 9, lift that weight. For 8. for 1. So good, you guys. Bring it down, take a rest. All right, knees go left. Just think tiny little windshield wipers. Knees go right. We're not quite done with the core work, okay? So we're gonna do our series of 5 next. We're gonna do 8 of each of these next exercises, okay? So we're not gonna do a bunch. We're gonna, if we have 2 sides to an exercise, we'll do 8 to each side, okay? So let's take the arms up, set the shoulders. Now you can do these without the weights. You would just bring your hands into a prayer shape. Now knees into the chest. Take a nice full inhale, exhale, lift it up. So you're curling, curling, curling. Now take the right leg extended out. The arms are just reaching above the left shin. Look at the weight, take an inhale. Exhale, switch, pull the belly in. Exhale, switch. Every time you exhale, the belly pulls in. Switch and switch. I'm a horrible counter, but I think we're at 4 and 3 and 2. My feet are cramping a little there. And 1. Bring it down. Nice job, everybody. Knees go left, and then knees go right. Bring it back, knees in, reach it up, shoulders down. Nice full inhale. All right, we're gonna exhale, lift it up. Now we're gonna inhale, you're gonna reach your arms and legs away from center. You're gonna exhale and pull it back in. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, pull it in, scoop and lift. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, pull it in, scoop and lift. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale. Exhale. We're almost there. Again, I'm a horrible counter, you guys. I think we got 3 more. That's 2. You can take rest if you need. Rest your head. 1. And lower. So good. All right. Single straight leg stretches next. How we're going to do this lovely exercise with the weight is we're going to be passing the weight behind the legs, making almost like little figure 8s. Arms go up, shoulders set down, elbows are soft, legs to the sky. Take a nice full inhale, and then you're going to lift. You're going to look at those knees. Right leg falls to a hover, pass the weight. Right to left. Left leg falls, pass it left to right. And we pass and switch. We pass and switch. We pass and switch. We pass and switch for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, we're almost there, squeeze, for 4, 3, get those whole legs long, 2, and 1, bring it down, and lower. Woo! We're doing it. Okie dokes. Come back to the center. Okay, so what we're gonna do with the crisscross variation, pelvis is nice and stable, belly pulls in. Flip your left leg up to tabletop, knee over the hip. Right leg up to tabletop, knee over the hip. Now you're just gonna hold the weight, hovering just a few inches off the chest with your elbows wide. Take an inhale, exhale, scoop and lift. Now what we do for crisscross is we rotate. We connect our right elbow towards the left knee. We come to center. We connect the left elbow towards the right knee. We come to center. Maybe we add the opposite leg extending if it feels stable through the back of the hips. Exhale, exhale, and we got 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Now keep the knee over the hip. 6, 5. The knee you're twisting towards. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, lower down. Okie dokes. Last exercise, go ahead and place the weight aside. We're gonna do leg lowers. I'm gonna put my hands behind my head with my elbows wide and lift my chest up. Legs extend. We inhale with straight legs, we lower from the hips with pointed toes. And on the exhale, we keep the legs long, we flex the feet. We lift back up to our 90, okay? So I'm gonna give myself a supported neutral. Hands underneath the hips. A little bit of shapes behind the lower back, belly pulls in, legs to the sky, and then inhale, lower, point those toes. Exhale, flex and lift. Take your time with this. Try not to use momentum. Use the breath and use that strong core. For 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so good, you guys. All right, let's give our core a tiny rest, right? Circle out the lower back. And then all we're gonna do is just gently roll into our left side. So, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. We're gonna do some bent knee openings. I'm just gonna make a little pillow. I'm gonna bend my left elbow, reach my forearm back, and then rest my left ear on top of my left bicep. Bend my knees in like right over the chest, right in front of my hips, and then try to get my legs kind of level to one another. That will help keep my pelvis stacked and stable. Now we're gonna do bent knee openings. I'm gonna show you the 2 ways you can do these. So a bent knee opening is just what it sounds like. You're gonna keep the knee bent and you're gonna open up from the hip. So I like to exhale to open and inhale to close. In Pilates, we like to exhale on the exert, the move that takes the most energy. So that's gonna be the lift for me. Now, you can stay with that. We've done 4, or take your weight and you're gonna hold it behind that knee if that feels available to you. I'll remind you to keep your knee bent. It's also gonna make it a little more challenging, right? Exhale up. Exhale. All right, we've done 8. We're gonna do 8 more. 8. Belly pulls in. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hold it at the top here, you guys. So we're gonna lower this right knee halfway down. So it's not actually gonna touch the left knee. And then we're gonna exhale, lift. Inhale, lower halfway, and exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lower, and lift. Now we've got 12 more. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. And we're gonna be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold that knee open, right? So now we're just gonna lower that right knee an inch, lift it an inch, lower an inch, lift an inch. Don't roll into your back. Keep that core tight. Lower an inch, lift an inch. 12 more. Lower and lift, lower and lift. So I regret to call this a pulse. It's really just a micro movement. It's small and controlled. For 8. For 7, you should be getting a nice little burn. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it at the top. All we're doing is holding and breathing. I know you're getting a burn. We're here. Let's hold for a moment, then I'll start the count at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it. Take the weight out if you're using it. Place it aside. I'm gonna extend that leg, let it lengthen. Give myself a couple little love taps. All right. Roll into your back. We're gonna stretch. Hi, Leo. Okay, let's do a figure 4, Leo. Lay down on your back. Right ankle over the left knee. If you have any knee issues on this right side, flex that right foot. Now, this might be a little challenging since we just did all that hip work, so don't push it. You just want to get to a place where you feel a nice opening, a nice stretch. That way we don't get stiff and sore later on. I want to stay mobile, so just breathe. I'm just pushing the knee away. I'm doing like a gentle figure 4. If you wanted to do a kind of A little bit more. If you need a little more sensation in this stretch, lift that left leg up and release your fingers behind your left thigh. Just breathe wherever you are. One more breath here. Okay, pull that right knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg long and straight. Just give that right knee a little tug in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our left hand and it's gonna go just slightly to the right side of the right knee. Your right arm goes out to the side. You're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly guide the right leg over to the left. You're trying to open up the IT band, which is the which connects from the right outer right hip all the way down to that right knee. You're not really trying to twist your spine up off the mat. The back of your right hip might lift a tiny, tiny bit, but I want you to feel a stretch in the outer right leg rather than going into a full spinal twist. Sometimes giving yourself a little assist with that left hand feels good. It's all kind of personal and you're stretching here. And then go ahead and bring it back. Just hug that right knee in. And then slowly, we're gonna come up and we're gonna flip ourselves around. So I'm gonna do a roll up to come up. I like to take full advantage of this 15 minutes on the mat. Belly pulls in, chin to chest, and you're gonna roll yourself all the way up to a seat. Okie dokes. Let's go on to the right side. You're gonna do the exact same thing. If you used a weight, right? If you used a weight when we worked the right hip, I want you to, keep it even. So we'll use a weight on the other side unless you have something going on with that hip, right? So make yourself your little pillow. Find your side leg shape, stack everything, bend the knees. And then remember that bent knee opening, we kept the pelvis stable. We lifted from the outer left hip and then we lowered. That's an exhale to lift, an inhale to lower. I did 4 before I incorporated the weight. So I'm gonna keep it even on this side. Just making sure I have that movement pattern correct. And then I'm gonna take that weight behind the knee and I'm gonna do 12 more. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep the core tight. Think about lifting a little bit from the right side of the body for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna lower it down halfway. And then we're gonna lift it all the way. And we're gonna lower halfway, all the way. We're not rotating. We're just kind of lowering and lifting. There's no other movement here, no rotation. Inhale and exhale, belly pulls in and out. It's starting to get a little heavy. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up at the top. Remember, we're keeping the stack of the pelvis. You're going to lower just an inch. Lift all the way. Lower an inch. Lift all the way. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Small and controlled. It's not a quick pulse. We've got this for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it open. Breathe. Keep the balance of the hips. Keep the balance of the shoulders. You have got this. You guys, we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Isometric hold for 6, 5, keep that core tight. 4, 3, 2. Go ahead, lower it down. Nice work. Take the weight aside. Roll into your back. Figure 4, left ankle over the right knee, right? So stretching the hip, we just worked. Let it cool. Maybe flex the left foot if you need to, if you have any knee issues on this left side. Back of the hips are level on your mat. You're not rolling from more to one side than the other. Right? We're trying to keep it even, spine is long. Maybe you just push the left knee away today. Maybe you go a little deeper with the interlace, right? So just because you did one type of stretch on the other side doesn't mean you have to do it on this side either as well, because we have different anomalies in our body, right? So we're not built completely symmetrically. So we'll stretch a tighter side maybe for a few more moments, maybe a little deeper. And then we'll pull that left knee in. We'll extend that right leg long. We want the right heel in line with the sit bone and all the joints to point towards the ceiling. Now take your right hand, bring it to the outside of the left side of the left knee. Take your left arm out to the left. And a slow cross of the left leg to the right. Don't lift your left hip up off the floor too much. It's going to lift a touch, but not, so we're not going to do a supine spinal twist. Opening up the side leg, just breathe. That IT band. Sitting, driving, all that good stuff. Can really make this stretch intense in that IT band if it's important for you. All right, slow and steady. We come back to the center, pull that left knee in, and take those legs out. All right, you walk your feet in just a touch. Heels down, toes to the sky. Softness in the knees. Arms to the sky. Shoulders out of the ears. Nice full inhale. Exhale, lift. Slowly. Almost like your abdominals are like little weights here that you're kind of working against to lift yourself up. And then we're going to do a teeny tiny bit of shoulder work. Okay, so grab your weights. We're going to do some rotator cuff, 5-pound weights. If they feel too heavy for these exercises, use a lighter weight or no weights at all, right? We don't necessarily even need them half the time. So elbows squeeze in close to the side body, directly under your shoulders. You're holding the weights in your palms. Your palms are right in front of those elbows, right? Nice full inhale. Now we're going to keep the arms close to the side body. As we exhale, we open. And as we inhale, we close. Your forearms stay parallel to the floor. Your spine stays long. Your chin stays parallel to the floor. So if you think about this, like your arms are the door and your shoulders are the hinge, right? That's how the door is opening. We're going to do 8 more. Try to keep your wrists very stable when you do these exercises. Squeezing elbows in close to the side body. Again, I'm a horrible counter, but I think we're going to go for 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Now extend the arms wide and then just gently, slowly bring your arms down by the sides. You're going to do a little curl, and then I want you to lift your elbows, lower the elbows, and then extend the arms down by your sides. It's like a W-shaped curl so that your wrists are kind of the outsides of the shoulders. Lift the elbows, not the shoulders. Lower the elbows, and then extend the arms. Curl. Elbows, not shoulders. Shoulders down. Extend. Curl. Elbows, not shoulders. Shoulders down. And extend. We've got 8 more of these. That's it. Nice job, you guys. Four. That's it. We're almost there. 3. 2. And 1. Nice work. Okay, so we're gonna get on our bellies and we're gonna do some spinal extension work. So go ahead and get all the way down onto your mat. Hands underneath the shoulders, feet hip width. Make sure your feet aren't sickling in or out. Squeeze your elbows in close to your side body, and then chin down onto the earth. So we're gonna take a nice full inhale. We're gonna exhale. Let it all go. Get the glutes on, get the quads on, get the front of the hips tucked, get the core on. And then on the inhale, very slowly, we're gonna just peel off the first few ribs. I call this a baby swan. Elbows point back, shoulders are down, neck is long, and then exhale, lower. We got 4 more of those. Inhale, lift. Now your legs are not resting, they are active. Your kneecaps might be slightly lifting. It's like you're pushing all 10 of your toenails into the mat or floor behind you. And then last one. And then cross your hands, turn your head, bend your knees, feet go right, feet go left. We just wanted to warm up a little bit with some spinal extension. We're gonna start to link into some combo movements. Okay, so here we go with those combo movements. We have our hands under the shoulders, fingers spread, elbows in close to the side body. Tuck your toes, pull your abdominals in and up. Now really root through those hands, lift the heart, and then see if you can push yourself up to a plank. Now, in a plank, we've got shoulders over the wrists, we've got a long line of energy from the crown of the head to the tailbone. You're looking a little past the front edge of the mat, right? Now we're gonna come all the way back onto the mat. So you're gonna bend, you can drop your knees, right? And then you're gonna bend your elbows, your spine stays completely long, you lower all the way down, extend your legs, reach your arms forward, lift your heart up. That's an inhale. Now we're gonna go swim. One arm up, one leg up in opposition. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Right down. Hands into the shoulders, tuck the toes, elbows back, belly in. Lift the heart and lift up to your plank. That's it. Breathe. So good. Shoulders over the wrists. All right, knees down if you need. Elbows back. Shoulders stay out of the ears, you lower down. All right, lift it up, arms and legs. Tiny little chops. You got this, you guys. Swimming, chest stays lifted, but it's not your highest spinal extension. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands under the shoulders. Spine long, tuck the toes. Nice full inhale. Heart lifts, and then push in those arms. Stabilize through those shoulders. Find your plank. Belly in and up. So good. Breathe. Now knees down. If you need, otherwise you're going just for a straight push-up. Elbows back, lower head. Extend the legs, extend the arms. Lift it up. Maybe you stay here, but if you're getting tired, maybe you go into the swims. Remember, it's one arm up, one leg up. The other side doesn't drop, it just stays nice and level where you started. All right, hands under the shoulders. Last one. Belly in and up. Elbows back. Tuck the toes. Nice full inhale. Exhale. Lift to that plank. Stabilize through your shoulders. I'm going to scoot back onto my mat a little more. Belly pulls in. Full body integration exercise of plank. Everything's working. Quads are wrapping. Glutes are on. Back is on. Shoulders are set. Knees drop if you need them. And then come down. So good. Make sure arms long. And let's lift up on that inhale. You're either holding for a count of 8 or we're taking it for a swim. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Speed it up. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands under the shoulders. So good. Let's push it back to child's pose. Knees go as wide as you need. Big toes touch. Sink it down, reach it down. Forehead, chest, or chin to the earth. We're gonna start to cool down that breath, you guys. All right, come all the way up to a seat. We're gonna do just a few side bending and rotational exercises with the weight, and then we'll stretch. Okay, so sit back on your mat, grab your weight. If you wanted, you could grab two. I'm just gonna do one. I'm gonna hold it right in my center with my elbows nice and wide. I'm gonna sit super tall, my sit bones. Take a nice full inhale, now I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna twist to the left. Now I'm twisting from the waist, right? Inhale, center, exhale, twist. If you think about this like your body is a sponge, you're gonna bring that sponge up from its center. Keep the length. Keep the belly pulling in. 8 more. Twist and twist. Now chin stays parallel to the floor. You're not trying to like crank the neck to look over the shoulder. I want you really just to focus on moving from the middle. Last 2. Last one. Bring it back, nice job. Take the weight just in your right hand, put your left hand down. It can be kind of close to your left hip, right? We're gonna take that right arm, you're gonna reach it up, you're gonna bend it, pull it back, and then we're gonna reach it up and we're gonna go over just a touch. And then we're gonna bend it, pull it back. We're gonna reach it up, then pull it back, reach it up and go over just a touch and then pull it back. Reach it up, bend it down, reach it up, side bend just a touch, pull it back. Last 2, keep the elbows soft, especially in that side bend variation, because we're coming from under the arm. 1 more. And reach it over. All right, let's switch sides. Right hand is just kind of like your little kickstand right inside your right hip. Left elbow goes wide, you're holding onto that weight, belly pulls in. We do just a kind of a one-armed overhead press, and then we go into a tiny side bend overhead press. And then it's a one-arm press, lots of control. Tiny side bend press. Exhale up, and then exhale over. Inhaling as it comes down. Exhale up, shoulders stay down on those ears. Exhale over. Last one, reach it up, reach it over, and then go ahead and take a little rest. So good, you guys. All right, let's stretch it out. So let's just do some circles with those wrists, get the blood flowing. Maybe we'll take those arms out and do kind of a bigger circle. Shoulders come up, back and down. And then let's take that right arm up to the ceiling and bend the elbow, patting yourself right between the shoulder blades. Give yourself a nice little pat on the back with your right palm. Right elbow is pointing right on top of that shoulder, right to the sky. Take your left arm, reach up and overhead and grab that right elbow. Lift your chest here. Keep it lifted rather than rounded, right? We're trying to open this tricep, the side body. And we just breathe. Shoulders are trying to melt down the back rather than scoot up into the ears and shorten the neck. And then take those arms wide. Open, open, open. All right. Left arm up. Bend at the elbow. Pat yourself on the back. Left palm between your 2 shoulder blades. Left elbow to the sky. Right arm up and over the head. Grab that elbow. Lift that heart. Shoulders down and back. Belly pulls in. Stays lifted, shoulders stay down. Push into the sit bones to lift the heart up. Take those arms out. We're going to finish our class the same way we started it. So we're going to sit and face the front edge of the mat. And again, if you have any really tight hamstrings, any postural issues, sit on a block or bend your knees, right? And scoot the flesh back from behind your sit bones. You're going to flex the toes to the sky, dorsiflexing the ankles. Sit up tall, shoulders over those hips, belly in. Reach out the crown of the head, chin parallel to the floor. Now place your palms down alongside your hips and press into them to find a little more lift. We're not trying to hyperextend through the elbows when we do this, so make sure that you're connecting more for the top of the arm, less into the joint, right? So you're really trying to get into the muscles, not the joints. Squeeze and pull the belly in, and then just point the toes.
Plantar flexion of the ankle, flex the feet, dorsal flexion of the ankle. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. 2 more, point, flex, point, flex. Keep the feet flexed, soften your knees. Make sure that you're still sitting up nice and tall and straight. Inhale the arms to the sky, lift, lift, lift. And then exhale, hinge, belly comes in, reach, 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 reach. You can round through the upper back, but you're hinging and try and keep the low back long. And then bring it on in. Grab your ankles, grab your feet, forehead towards the knees. Soften the knees as much as you need. You're just breathing. One more breath here. Shoulders down out of those ears. Lift the heart on the inhale. See if you find a little more space on the exhale. We inhale and very, very slowly begin to stack our spine back up to a seat. I'm just going to turn and face you while we take our 3 deep breaths together to close out our practice for today. Inhale, the arms reach up. You can look up, shoulders go down, lift the heart. Exhale, open those arms wide. Let all the air go. Empty it out. 2 more. Inhale it up. Exhale, open. Last one. Beautiful job, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all again very soon.